I am going to upgrade the remaining white parts on this machine to that orange PETG here, and then hopefully it will print slightly better. These are most of the parts that I will be installing on the Prusa i2. I did forget to print the extruder, so I have got that printing now. But there's the X-axis piece, the left frame piece, the Z-axis screw couplers, some random brackets, the Y motor bracket, and the gear for the extruder. Okay, so I have now removed the side panel from the rep wrap and replaced the white parts with those orange parts. And I am now currently working on getting that Y motor bracket removed so that I can install the new one. I got the Y bracket installed at the back here, and I replaced the Y-axis rod mounts at the front and back with the new silver ones. I just have to do the other side. And I am now going to reinstall the side panel. I have the machine reassembled again. It just needs the belt to be tensioned and the extruder to be installed, and then should be ready for more test printing. The first print with all the new parts. There are still some parts that are old, for example the bracket here and the one at the back, and that limit switch mount there, but I don't really want to change those because they're just so insignificantly small that you don't really notice them. I did have some wiring issues and it was killing my computer. I was trying to get it working. I don't know why, but it just was. But it is printing again now, and that is good. Hopefully the print quality is better as well. I forgot to film the printing of some test parts, but the parts that I did print are here. So there's 2 cubes, a belt tensioner for the X-axis, and a 3D benchy, which I dropped and broke the top off of it. So where are the cubes? Here. Here's one. So this one was printed after I attached a belt tensioner, and this one was printed before I attached a belt tensioner, and there was a layer shift about a third of the way up, or just under half the way up, anyway. And I printed a belt tensioner for the X-axis, but the support material is refusing to come off, and the holes are too small to fit any screws through, so I can't mount that one. So I just printed a better one on the Century Carbon. The benchy was also printed with the belt tensioner installed, and it is slightly better than one printed without a belt tensioner. Where that blob is, my computer shut off. My computer shut off where that blob is, and I didn't realize, so it just stayed. So the printer stayed on, but couldn't receive any data. So I am now printing another test cube. I put the X-axis belt tensioner on the printer, and I replaced the belt clamps on the tool head. It was having a bit of issues with the Z-axis moving up and down earlier, and that's partly because the connections to the motherboard are not very good. So I'm going to print out a motherboard holder later so that it's not being knocked around quite so much when the printer is being moved. first print with all the new parts. There are still some parts that are old, for example the bracket here and the one at the back, and that limit switch mount there, but I don't really want to change those because they're just so insignificantly small, you don't really notice them. I did have some wiring issues and it was killing my computer. I was trying to get it working. I don't know why, but it just was. But it is printing again now, and that is good. Hopefully the print quality is better as well.